Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How you all doing today? Thank you for being a part of this family. So when people say, oh, is a lazy woman that does CS, I'm like, whoa, nibo, lazy K. Do you know how difficult it is to stand up the next day after your CS? Hey, nobody, I said nobody prepares you for such level of pain. It is so painful. So there is nothing you will not wish for yourself at that point. Let me share my own experience. When my husband and I decided that we're going to go for CS when our baby is 37 weeks, because from 36 weeks you're good to have your baby depending on the weight of the baby, and if your doctor says you're good to go. So according to my own doctor, he explained that they recommend from 37 weeks if it's going to be CS. They recommend for 37 weeks. So we say okay. So on the 37th week, the day our baby was going to be 37 was the day we chose for the CS. That was 23rd of November. And the night before, in fact, the night before, my husband we went for Bible study. Yes, we went for Bible study in church that Wednesday, and it was my husband that was leading the Bible study. That's my baby. That's the gift that I'm talking about. So my husband was the one leading the Bible study that very day. So we went to church. I already packed my stuff, my baby stuff inside the car, and then we just went for Bible study that very day. You want to join the conversation? I'm coming. We'll open your own YouTube channel for you. This one is for mommy. Yeah. So we went for Bible study that very day. My husband took the Bible study. All through the Bible study, I was just praying in the spirit. I was praying in the spirit. I was believing God for a smooth and safe, bed and everything go well and all. So after then, we went to eat dinner. We went to one of our favorite restaurants, and then we ate, and we were so happy, like, oh, it's the last meal as a family of two, that family of two, to the glory of God. And then after that, after the dinner, we went straight to the hospital. So we're meant to get to the hospital the night before, just to relax, because the whole preparation was going to start in the morning. So we went, we entered, we did the whole. So I've been in the hospital all through my pregnancy. Like, that was where I did my own antenatal and everything. So it was not like a new place to us. And now we've prayed about it. We're convinced about using the hospital. We read, I got people's experiences. I know a number of people that have given birth in the hospital. So we're good. And yeah, that was how we got to the hospital that night. And then, so I love the hospital that we used. Like, I love the setting. Like, it gives room for, it's like a couple, it's like you're going to an hotel room. I kid you not. The hospital bed is not like the usual 2.5 bed. The hospital bed is like a king size. It's not like, it's a king size bed, so it accommodates you and your husband. So that night was like another honeymoon night for myself and my husband. Not like we did anything. Don't think about it. Your mind is dirty. Why are you thinking about that? No, that's not what I'm talking about. What I meant is we slept on the same bed, and then we prayed, and then we slept. Yes, we slept. And then in the morning, very early in the morning, they came to administer drip on my body. They took my blood sample for some tests, and then yeah, I was getting ready. I was given a particular uniform to wear, and I was getting ready to go to the theater room. And then I think around 9 a.m. I was called upon. I walked myself. I carried my two legs like this, to the glory of God. I walked into the theater room. I sat on the bed, and then the whole thing started. I was administered with anesthesia, and my lower back. Somebody said it's like your spinal cord area, something like that. So they administered it once, and we were good to go. And that was how they started. So the moment they administered it, I stopped feeling my legs, from my thigh to my legs, I stopped feeling them. I was only feeling the upper part of my body, so I could see what was going on. I didn't sleep. I could see what was going on, just that I couldn't see what is going on in front of me. I could only see sideways because the front was covered. And then in like 5-7 minutes, I'm not even going to kid you, I heard the sound of my baby. Oh god. There is nothing like that feeling in the world. I'm not even going to lie. I just thank God for the privilege to actually witness such feeling, to experience such. And before you know it, the baby was on this left side. There's a table they already created on the left side where they were going to dress him and all of that. So I was looking at them as they were dressing my baby. I was looking at them as they were dressing the baby. I was just that I'm not really the emotional person. Like, water hardly come out from my eyes. If not, I'm very sure by that time water should have started flowing like river. But I was really emotional. And before you know it, they came and put the baby on my chest. Oh my goodness. After that, they continued with me. Remember, I'm still on the bed. They don't be carried away with the baby. So they did everything, and before you know it, everything was fine. I felt how they were like knitting it back. I felt it, but not like feeling it. Like I knew something was going in and out, so I knew that was what was going on. And then yeah, that was pretty it. And before you know it, I was wheeled into the recovery room, not our room now, the recovery room. And then I was in the recovery room from, let's say, 11 a.m. up until the next morning. So when I got to the recovery room, everyone was expecting me to sleep, but I didn't feel sleepy. It was when I got to the recovery room that I started posting on social media that I have given birth to. I posted my pregnancy shoot, everything. People were calling me, messaging me, doing video calls. I did video calls with some people. They're like, how am I still up at this time? A lot of people didn't believe I did CX because they weren't expecting such. So normally, if we were to wait until this baby decides to come, and let's say the baby decides to come on the 40th week, I was going to give birth December 14. Yes, I was going to, by my due date, I was going to give birth December 14, but I gave birth December 23. So that's like 3 weeks before I was actually supposed to give birth, and I was so happy about it because why not? So after that, I was in the recovery room. I think I felt sleepy around 2 p.m. that afternoon. That was when I felt like sleeping. So I slept till around maybe 5 or 6. I can't eat anything. So that's the thing. Throughout that day, for 24 hours, you cannot eat anything. That is another thing that people don't talk about too. And you think that CS is the easy way out. No, you can't eat for 24 hours. On how your recovery is, that's even when we determine when you're going to eat. For some people, it is more than 24 hours. But for me, after 24 hours. So there was nothing. So the last meal we ate as a dinner for family of 2, that was the last thing I ate until 24th. Yes, on the 24th. So my last meal was 22nd of November, and then the next meal I ate was on the 24th of November. Yeah. Is this still the easy way out? Moment the anesthesia wear off from my body. Oh Jesus. The pain was not from here. Oluwa mi o. I had to request for pain reliever or anything just to subsidize the pain because it was a lot. I was feeling so much pain, and I'm not the kind, like, I know my pain threshold is very high, but so because of that, not like I was making noise that help me, all of that. No, but I still requested for it. I couldn't do strong woman to that point. I requested for pain reliever or something, and then I was given that, and then I slept again. So I kept, at the point I wanted to stand up. I was tired of, because you can only sleep on a spot, your back laid on the bed. You can only sleep with your back laid on the bed. I was tired. I wanted to stand up. They said I cannot stand. At the point, they not said I should stand up. I tried to lift my leg. I couldn't. I returned back to my position. So by night, I slept again. And then in the morning, something around 4 a.m., I was already awake. I couldn't sleep again. I wanted to drink water. A lot of things was just doing me. And at that point, so you still can't see your baby because your baby is in the nursery. So the hospital we use, they have a section for nursery where you have your baby there and you have nurses taking care of your baby until you are recovered enough to actually take care of your baby. And I love that. Because for the first 2 nights that we spent in the hospital, I didn't bother. Hey, Jason. So the next morning, I woke up very, very early, and that was around 4 a.m. and I was like ready to like stand up. So I spoke with the nurse, and they were like, "No, that I think I'm a strong woman, Abby. I came into this place yesterday and I was pressing phone when other people would have been feeling pain. Me, I'm feeling like a macho." I said, "It's not like that. It's just the way my body is." See, I just thank God. God made it easy for me, but not like it was not painful. So let's get it straight. God supplied strength, to the glory of God. So she was not like, okay, no problem. Like, she's going to help me up. Hey, the process of standing up. The process of standing up was a lot. It was a whole lot. That kind of pain, I've never felt it in my entire life. But like my husband will say, it's a badge of honor. Because not like giving birth through the vagina is actually an easy way out too. Not even the tones of pain that you feel before your contraction gets to 10 centimeters. You don't want to imagine as well. So it's the badge of honor that we feel as parents, as mothers, as parents, yeah, because obviously the husband feels it too. So after that, I brushed my teeth, I was changed, and I was cleaned up and I was changed, and I walked by myself to my room. Everybody in the hospital was like, what kind of woman is this? What kind of energy is this? Everybody was just looking at me like, that me, I didn't even spend 12 hours there. This, that. My sister, is the glory of God. So I walked into my room. My husband was even sleeping at the point because he was already tired from the whole day moving about. See, I understand that women are doing a lot though. We are doing a lot, but our husbands, hey, the person that is lying down in the hospital does not know the work that the person that is moving about in the hospital doing. So when I got in, it was like, so quick, you're already working. I said that I'm already working though. And because of the pain that I felt standing up, I didn't want to sit down immediately. I wanted to move around as well. So I started moving around. And if there was anything, the nurses told me that that was actually the best approach. That some people find it difficult to move around because of the pain. But what they don't know is that the moving around is going to heal the pain eventually. So I only now feel pain when I try to sit down and stand up. So if I happen to stand up like this, know that I'm not sitting down again until I do everything I want to do. At least all through the time that I was in the hospital. But by the time I got home, the third day, I was already feeling much better. And then, I was taking the drugs that I was given and everything, and it was just really good. And I felt better. As at the time that we got home, I had already felt really, really better. And it was so the recovery part was now the next phase. And I was giving some drugs as we're heading home the third day. I was giving some drugs, and I kept on using those drugs, and I was intentional about not lifting heavy weights all through the first 6 weeks. The only thing I was lifting was my baby. My mom was around, my mother-in-law was around, my husband was very helpful. I had supportive friends around me that were helping out with things, so I didn't even have any reason to lift anything for those period of time. So it really helped me to heal faster. And obviously for that 4-6 weeks, you can't do the do. You can't do the do like the hospital would advise. So anyone that works for you, do what works for you, do what works for your health, please. So and then you can't have your bath the first 1 week, if I'm correct. Yes, I know some people will say, you can wrap nylon around it, or you can find a way around it. For me, I chose not to. Because I would prefer not to have my bath and then know that everything is healed up, and then I can have my bath the following week, than have my bath and then I'm on it for a long time. So for me, I was so intentional. So I was cleaning myself every day. My husband was helping with that. And yes, that was pretty it. And then in 1 week, the thing was the it was cleared. I was cleared to like have my bath, and I'm good to go. In case I notice anything, I can easily come back. So, and to the glory of God, that was it. The main point is that number one, CS is actually not like an easy route, or say that, oh, an excuse route. No, any woman who decide to go for CS, whether by choice or by compulsion, I mean, that is like the last option. It's not that they chose the way out, because it's not like CS is easy. There are a lot of restrictions even on CS mom than a vaginal birth mom. So it's not like they are taking the easy way out. I knew some people. I could remember somebody walked into our house that very day that we go to the hospital. I'm not going to mention the person. The person is an elderly person. He walked into our house that very day and he was like, thank God you guys are back. Oh, don't, thank God it's not CS. So thank God, because we came home early, they thought it was not CS. And because of the way they saw that I was moving about, they knew that, oh, if I had done CS, I probably would have been sitting down or lying down or anything. Me, I was all over the place. You would never know that I did CS, even though that I told you. And it's to the glory of God. But I'm not saying that to rubbish those that are, to say that those that are laid down or they are not able to do anything after CS, they are wrong. No, the body system is different. And trust me, all through my pregnancy, I was doing exercise. At least nothing less than 100 squats in a day. 1 day, 100 squats. Deep squats. That was what I was doing when I was pregnant. Yes, I'll probably put a video here if I find any video that is social media worthy of all the videos that I did. I was always bouncing on board. I was trekking. I was exercising. I was climbing stairs. And I was doing nothing less than 100 squats daily. Yeah, you can ask the people that are very close to me. So you can't compare my healing process to someone who was not able to exercise during who was not able to exercise during their pregnancy. So all those things contributed to my healing process and how the whole thing was fast. So let's stop all these Hebrew women. Hebrew women were helped. I'm very sure if CS was an option, if CS was an option during their own time, they would have considered that for them to even give birth earlier, so that nothing will happen to them because of the king's order. So giving birth as a Hebrew woman is not like it has to be vaginal birth. Those guys were helped. That's one thing that we don't talk about. They were helped, and that was even, it was a lie. They told a lie for them just to preserve them. So let's stop all these giving birth like a Hebrew woman, this, that. Well, God is going to help us here, but I thank God that it's actually getting better. A number of people are coming out to talk about it, and we will keep talking about it. And I was telling somebody, if I'm actually to choose again, I would actually choose to have my second baby via CS. I kid you not, because I don't know, I just feel comfortable with it. I don't know how the other side is, but for this one that I know, I think I like it. It's my decision, not yours. Everyone should make their decision and do what works for them, and God is going to be with you. If you have any question as regards CS, birth and everything, feel free to drop it in the comment. I'll feel free to reply. And if it's something that you want me to do a video about too, please feel free. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.